Sure. Jerry, this is the next game. This is the next game after a tough loss, this past Saturday. The game is over. We look at it, recognize it, we make the corrections, and we look forward to the next opponent. And, Duke is 4-2 right now. Their quarterback that was out is back. He's a very good player. They're playing with a lot of confidence. And so, for us, playing well and putting that progress to a point where it starts to seep over into on the positive side. There's no moral victories on a loss like we just went through, but the progress that seeps over into the positive side, seeing more of what was happening, but making that third and long play, getting down the goal line and getting the ball in the end zone. Making those, those catches or those open field tackles. Those are the things we want to continue to keep moving forward. There'll be good things and bad things that happen in a game, but you want the progress of what you need to work on to be better. And the next opportunity for that is against this Duke team. Not particularly. Like this is coach speak, but every year you have a new team. You have a new team that has their own ideas of how they want to play a particular game, the new systems and everything else. So they've been doing this. What Coach Cutt's been doing for a while. We got 3 new coordinators in that now have to adjust to what we do and the style that they play. So, our focus is just to do what we need to do to start our own tradition or start our own win streaks. And the way you start that is by, you guys have asked me here before about the things we need to do those things better, and then the outcome will be better. Very important as far as establishing a running game that can obviously open up the passing lanes for you. And I think part of the running game for us, Kevin Parks has done a nice job being a hard, tough, physical runner. And I think the other part is, the ability of David also to be able to use his legs as well. When you're running those read plays, those pistol plays, the opportunity for the quarterback to run, to attack the perimeter is something that teams have to be aware of. And then that sets up the play-action passes. So Connor Davis being in there helped. Luke Bowenko being a center helped. Eric Davis continues to improve. Morgan Moses probably had one of his better games, grading out wise. So it's good to see that, that those guys, the mix of offensive linemen, what we're doing, getting David involved in the running game as well. Those are the type of things that are helping us improve as an offense, and we want to continue to keep working on those things so we can get better at that. One of the things we wanted to do was to make sure that those numbers, went up. That you have that style, that approach to it, and we'll continue to keep doing that. I mean, nothing's going to change with the fact that that we want to be as aggressive as we can. Looking statistically, I think we've done really well third down by getting teams into third down. Eli is in the top group of the ACC players with sacks, tackles for losses. One of the big things we talked about is making the plays on the ball, because the ball comes out quick, and if they are going to max protect and throw the ball downfield, then we got to make plays on the ball down there. So, there's some things I'm quite sure John and defensive coaches definitely want to improve upon, but there are some things that you see there has been improvement, in their play. And as I said, the best way to keep those things moving forward is showing that there's improvement in the next game and getting ready to play, and the next one is, this Saturday. Jay, it goes back to when we decided to make, the changes. It was basically because of catching and some other those, run after catch or run or blocking downfield issues. And I think that as we've gone on, that Kyle and Keon have done a really nice job of perimeter blocking. You want your runners to get to the perimeter, to the second level. And I believe that part of that is, their ability to do those things. Now you want also receivers that can go, stretch the field and go the distance. You want guys that can go up and get the ball. But, right now probably our receivers are kind of like by committee in that a lot of them do different things better than others. And in finding out what our identity is at that position, right now we see we see bigger skill set guys doing some of the things that we're asking them to do. So we'll continue to keep looking at them, finding out what they can do to help us. And but I'd say those two guys are doing a nice job thus far. He's an excellent player that runs Coach Cutcliffe's scheme. Run, play action pass, or pass, and then run the ball with his legs. He knows the offense. He executes it well. I know, he was kind of, I guess, listening to them, last minute or game day decision on that, and he was very efficient. He played extremely well, and he is one of the guys that that they rely on to make things happen for them offensively. So he's a good player, very good player that runs their scheme and their system. Jake is a veteran player. Now, I don't mean this out of disrespect, but when Chris was here and I coached Chris was an inside-outside player because he was an older player. He could handle those things. Jake's level of understanding and knowledge, is like that. He understands the position, the inside and outside part of playing a defensive end and tackle. You may see more of that. And I think his experience in calling out, recognizing line splits, recognizing formations, and calling out plays before they're even run, those are the type of things that that a Jake Snyder does for us. So hat goes off to him and being able to do that, but it's not like it's not been done before. But it kind of shows you how much of a valued player he is to this defense because he can do things like that.